What's up, guys? How's it going? Hope you're doing well. Been busy here today. Been busy cleaning the workshop. Yesterday I went to the gym. Today, sore. Yesterday I did chest, shoulders, and triceps. So I broke it up so I can go 2 times a week now. So I feel like what's the right word? I feel like I'm strong enough and recovering fast enough to go to twice a week, whereas before I was just doing everything light, moderately. But now I feel I can start to crank it up a little bit and go a little bit faster. And so I broke it up into chest, shoulders, and triceps, which is normal, back and biceps, and then legs. But I'll do a little bit of legs, but I'm mainly interested in walking. I think I might do is not so much weight, but like deep squats and stretching for my legs and hips to keep the body working. Maybe if there's a leg press machine. I don't really want to do squatting with a bar on my back. If there's a leg press machine, then I'll do that. Sure. And then, but not heavy, and then stretching, a lot of stretching, because my legs are like, I can get on the floor and get back up again, but oh man, tight. So I think I'm going to walk into the workshop and talk there because the mosquitoes are getting me. That's better. I can come in, close the door, and put the light on, and nobody tries to eat me in here. It's 5 o'clock and it's already starting to get dark. That's what happens at the equator. I know it's winter, but it's not. I think in the summertime it gets dark about 6, something like that. I can't remember. But it does it like in the UK. If you in the summertime, starts to get darker like 9:30 at night. Not here. You don't get that long. But when it's dark, that's in the summertime especially. It gets dark. So during the day you don't see anybody, and but at night you can go out around sort of 7, 8 o'clock at night, and then so Thai people turn into night owls, because then it's cool enough to be outside and not be unbearable. So back to what I was saying. I'm in the workshop, I've been cleaning it, just moving things around, sweeping the floor, and Jan came, and I stopped for a couple minutes, I had some fruit, and then she came dressed nicely. She has like a nice cream sweatshirt, and she says, "Can I help?" I said, "Yes." But I said, "You're dressed real in nice clothes." And she started working anyway, and only got like a big blob of cobweb on her shoulder. Anyway, appreciate her help. And she's sweeping and cleaning. I said, "You can stop now." "Well, only 5 minutes." Okay. Once she gets going, you can't stop her. But it's much nicer in here now, clean-ish. So yesterday I went to the gym, and because I started a video yesterday, but when I come home I want to go to bed thing again. And last night, I've made enough videos from 8th of July till now. Every single night there's been a video. So the other day I did one in the morning and one at night. I had some to edit, so they go on. So by the time you see this one, it'll be they'll all be gone, and we'll probably be up in December sometime. But so that's like 150 some days of a video every single night. Amazing. Anyway, as I say, yesterday I went to the gym, And I remember I had that problem with the breathing, and I couldn't breathe very good and felt dizzy. Well, good morning. How goes it? Hot, hot. Just finished in the gym. I was thinking, I was on the treadmill, and I was like, why did I get short of breath that time? And I think what it was is I don't breathe deeply enough, because in my day, at first I ran a lot. This is outside the green clothes. I just love to run. Forrest Gump loved to run. And 3 to 5 miles all the time. Like maybe 3 times a week outside of normal Army stuff. Then I got into basketball. I moved to the UK to go to teach at the school. And I got a mountain bike. And to get to work. So I didn't have to drive my car. It was only a mile or something to get to work, but you could walk it easy. But when you come home for lunch, you need to get home, eat, and go back. So I got the bike. Then I started cycling more and more, but I realized I didn't really like the mountain bike, and I knew the local car accessories guy who also sold bikes, and somebody seen my bike and said they really liked it. I guess he made him an offer. So my friend said to me, hey, you want to trade that bike in for a racer? I said, yes. I says, how's it going to work? Are you going to pay me for it, or do I get a bike, or what? And he says, he says, what do you want? I said, a Raleigh 27-inch Raleigh frame, wheels, brakes, derailleur, all that sort of stuff, the normal stuff on a bike. And he said, taking pictures of what he swept up. Yeah. Crazy. Looked like a piece of black stripping or something. So I thought, did the guy who reversed up in front of me knock something? But that's fine. Sorry for the disturbance. So I traded I gave him my bike, and I built my own in his workshop in the back. And he let me have, so I had brand new wheels, brand new chain, derailleur, all that sort of stuff. The only thing that was secondhand was the frame. And I didn't want a fancy frame, I just wanted a 27-inch Raleigh frame because it was stiff. And I'm too big to be playing with anything else, I thought. Anyway, I got that bike, and man, it was like a dream. So I used to go out maybe 2 or 3 times a week, 30 miles, 40 miles, 30 miles, 25 miles, just different loops. Loved it. Of course, your glutes, quads, basically all your legs get really strong, which then your heart gets really strong. So what I found was the more I cycled, the more my heartbeat dropped at rest. It just kept dropping. And then I got back into bodybuilding. So my legs responded really easy, my back really easy. But I've done all kinds of things. And then I did long distance running, short distance running, cycling. And then when I come here, I went to the gym for a while and then stopped. So I trained long enough to get my size back. You know, size will come back in like 4 to 6 months, depending on how crazy you are and how hard you work. But then you have to rest too. And I started meditating, and meditating more and more. Actually, I was meditating in the US as well. And I met a lady in a shop who's from India, who told me about her family and friends who attend this meditating group. And I wanted to go to India, so I said, okay, I can meet them. And so I met up with them. And not my style. They have played this loud sort of Indian music. I'm like, how are you supposed to meditate with that noise? And it was supposed to be a guided meditation from their guru, like they get a CD once a month or something. And I was like, no, not for me. I said, I'm sorry, but so I went and sat in another room. Well, I did that for a long time, and then in Nepal, walking and meditating for 5 months, and then just kept doing stuff like that. So overall, my pulse kept coming down and down and down, and now at rest it's around 50. You know, they say on average 72, and mine at rest is around 52, 54 at rest. And you know, I feel fine. I got one of those little things you put on your finger, oxygen saturation, and it's usually around 94, so I just have to breathe a little bit, you know, and it goes back over 95, which is like considered the lowest it really needs to go. But I noticed today when I was walking, here's the whole point, that I was breathing very shallow. So I said, okay, so I lifted my head up more and took longer and deeper breaths. No dizziness at all. So I didn't rest at all. I went straight into the machine I work chest with. I tried to do some incline, but the machine is really, it's not made for my size. I can't get it, it's too small. But then, so I did shoulders instead, seated machine, and I felt really good. Then went into the weight room and did 2 sets of triceps, 2 different exercises of triceps, and poof, out. But that's only my 3rd day back, so I felt really good. I trained last Monday, and I feel good already. So the only thing I could feel was just a tiny little bit of biceps. So I did chest, shoulders, and triceps, and then on Monday I can go and do back, walking again, back and biceps. And I want to start putting abs in. As soon as my fitness gets up a little bit, where I got more breath and more energy, I want to start getting abs and waist, and so all kinds of whatever, just tighten the core up. And I think once I start doing that, my bear belly, I didn't say beer, I said bear belly, will start disappearing. But I think to myself, I've watched people and I think to myself, Kevin, you've done all this, you have nothing to prove to nobody. Just be calm and enjoy yourself. At 69, enjoy. And that's how I feel. So, very happy. So, yeah, I had a good time at the gym. I really enjoyed it. And then when I come back last night, sitting still, I was like sore, really sore. Woke up this morning, okay, but as I was working, I could feel my body. It's like, it was like crying to stop. I should have stopped and let my body rest, but I wanted to get some things done. So I kept going. I stopped to go look at something on the internet to get some information, and I could feel my body's like, oh. It's amazing as you get older, how things change. It's, you know, I wouldn't say it's hormone, but something's different. So, like, I don't know how to describe it. Maybe something like your energy levels are changed or something. Not sure. Maybe that's what it is, energy levels, or just need rest because you trained hard yesterday. Numpty. So, anyway. I was listening to a guy talking about energy drinks, and he says, don't, leave the energy drinks alone because there's a lot of sugar. He said, one of the best things is nitric oxide, and we make nitric oxide ourselves by, when we breathe in through the nose. It's very, very good. I think it's a vasodilator, which opens the arteries. So, and you technically breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. It's supposed to help. It produces a chemical or something. But my idea was, like I did in the gym, just breathe, I don't know if I breathe. You get it however you breathe, but apparently if you breathe through your nose, it's better. But as I explained, my body in a restful state, everything goes quiet almost. So it's a bit to get it to move. I just checked it earlier, and it's 60, 64. But I've been out here working, and my body's tired, so it's probably a little bit higher than normal. But I feel fine. Now I just gotta get a shower, eat my dinner. It's 5:15 now, so I'll have a shower and eat my dinner. I'll be fine. And it's I think maybe go food shopping tomorrow, because I haven't been for like at least 2 weeks. Jan keeps organizing I have a fridge freezer and a big freezer, and she keeps organizing it and finding things in there, and so I eat that, and next thing I eat this. So I haven't been for a while, but it's payday now, so I can go and stock up. Just some stuff. I wanted to go to the market today and take my new camera, but you have to go to the temple end and walk towards the back of 7-Eleven, because the sun shines in your face and you're not going to get anything. But I just felt like I can't walk to my bed, and then I walk through the market. Tired, so I skipped it. Next week. So guys, thanks so much for being here. The word of the day: take care. Take care is the word of the day of yourself. Take care of yourself. Okay? Buckets of blessings, rivers of peace, joy, and kindness, all the very best. See you later.